A Caregiver Career Guide. The Caregiver Job Introduction. The jobs in the caregiving field are generally not highly skilled, but the jobs are there. There are many disabled and elderly people that constantly need general assistance, non-medical therapeutic care, such as exercise, talking, playing games, recreation, and medical care all the time. I cover medical jobs in my medical job book, Not Here. You can be trained for many of these jobs within about 2 weeks and even get a certification. Some of these job titles are: Home Health Aide, Personal Care Worker, Home Care Worker, Personal Support Worker, Home Health Care Professional Care Worker, Caregiver, Orderly, Healthcare Attendant, Healthcare Assistants, Resident Care Aide. The field is generally called gerontology, dealing with old people. The advanced jobs are in administration. Get a health administration degree, then manage a nursing home, long-term care facility, etc. See caregiving books at number 362.175-179 or RA 997 and RC 963 at the library. Caregiver education is generally local. Unless you plan to go to college to study healthcare or gerontology administration, your local government employment office or human services office will tell you where to get certified to do home care or work in a nursing home. There are caregiving job options at places like home care, government senior housing for healthy seniors, government senior housing for poor, disabled people and seniors. They exist in Canada, but I don't think the US government has homes where they care for low-income seniors and disabled people. Retirement community for healthy seniors with money. Assisted living like a nursing home, continuous care facility or retirement community or other long-term care facilities. Chapter 1. Caregiving Career 1. Home Health Aide / Personal Care Worker / Home Care Worker / Personal Support Worker / Home Health Care Professional. This is a big in-demand job because we have so many older people around with disabilities and Alzheimer's. Get the training and certification in your area. It only takes a few weeks. Nurses do home health care work, but generally they are overqualified and too expensive. Home health aide workers, home care workers, health care workers and personal care workers are needed at the homes of disabled and elderly people to both help them with the general tasks of life and to help them medically by walking with them, giving them pills and water, getting them out of bed, etc. There is a licensing standard for healthcare workers in some areas, although in many it's a personal thing. A personal care worker either moves in with a disabled or elderly person or works an 8-hour shift. Many disabled people have 2 personal care workers each doing an 8-hour shift per day. You either get along and can do the work or you don't. The training can be as minimal as 3 weeks in order to get a home care license. The turnover rate in this profession is high because the pay is not high and it's hard work that requires infinite patience. You might have to feed the patient and even put a bowl under him when he poops, then clean him up. If you can handle this, it's relatively easy to get a job in this field. Home care companies routinely advertise for these workers. They're willing to hire older people. Women over 50 are often good at this job. They have their own training programs or will pay for your training. Look them up in the phone book. Home Health Aide info from bls.gov. bls.gov/ooh/healthcare/home-health-aids.htm. Home health aides help people with disabilities, chronic illness, or cognitive impairment with activities of daily living. They help older adults who need assistance. There are about 1 million health aide jobs in the U.S. There are no formal education requirements for home health aides. Health aides working in certified home health or hospice agencies must complete formal training. Home health aides who work for agencies that receive reimbursement from Medicare or Medicaid must get a minimum level of training and pass a competency evaluation to be certified. In some states, the only requirement for employment is on-the-job training, which employers generally provide. Home health aides may be required to obtain CPR certification. On etonline.org/link/summary/31-1011.00, info on training, jobs, etc., go about halfway down the page to see the education link. Caregiver, General. A caregiver is a person who could be a nurse, nurse's aide, or an all-around helper who helps either a child, disabled person or incapacitated elderly person either at their home or in an assisted living facility to get around and do their routine tasks, washing, using toilet, buying groceries, feeding, etc. If employed in a home, they could either live in or do a shift every day depending on the circumstance. Try number 362.1, number 649.8 or RA 645.35 and RC 108 RC 271 or RT 61 at the library. Caregiver, Home. Help sick and elderly people with home care. Contact your local health and human service agencies. You may have to take nurse's aid or home care courses and get licensed. You either bring someone into your home, go to their home or get one of your employees to go over and do basic tasks like cooking and helping the patients recover from either a stay at the hospital or just cope with daily living. Home health and personal care aides generally go to people's homes who need help with managing basic life events like eating, getting out of bed, showering, going to the bathroom, etc., usually sick or elderly people. Some aides live in with their clients, some come in for a few hours or up to 8 hours a day. It's quite easy to take a basic course and be certified as a home health aide, but the pay is quite low as far as careers go. On a higher level, some people need full-time nurses or nurse assistants, so many nurses also work as home health care workers. Although some states don't require licensing for home health aides, most do, as well as the federal government, which subsidizes certain programs through Medicare. Home health care aide courses are generally only a few weeks or a semester long. Some people work for healthcare corporations where they take people into their homes to live in a room until they get well on a contract basis. Personal care aide / caregiver job websites. Want ads? Craigslist.com. Caring. nasi.org / caring magazine. Homecarecareers.com. Find home care agencies. agencylocator.nasi.org. ElderWeb. elderweb.com. National Alliance for Caregiving, NAC. 4720 Montgomery Lane Suite 205. Bethesda, Maryland 20814-5320. 301-718-8444. info@caregiving.org. Caregiving.org. National Association for Home Care and Hospice, NAHC. 228 7th Street SE. Washington, D.C. 20003-4306. 202-547-7424. nasi.org. Paraprofessional Healthcare Institute, Phi. 400 East Fordham Road, 11th floor. Bronx, New York 10458-5059. 718-402-7766. FiNational.org. Private Duty Home Care Association, PTK. 228 7th Street SE. Washington, D.C. 20003-4306. 202-547-7424. pdhca.org. Resident Care Aide / Resident Care Assistant / Resident Care Jobs. Wherever lots of seniors live, there are jobs for resident care technicians. NursingsChuLSU.com, Program for Resident Care Assistant / Technician. HealthDegreeSU.com, Resident Care Assistant and Attendant Degrees. EmeritusCareers.com / careers / resident-care director jobs. NursingAssistantEducation.com. Escadon.org / careers / job descriptions PDF / resident care associate RCA.pdf. Geriatricsrecruitment.org. Simplyhired.com / jobs / list / q resident care director. CRLcares.com / careers / resident care specialist. Jobs.businessweek.com / all jobs / list / q resident care coordinator, resident care coordinator jobs. Glassdoor.com/salaries/resident-care-salary-co-ordinator-co0,25.htm, resident-care-coordinator-salary-pay-scale.com/research/us/job=sign-resident_care-aid/areally_resident_care. ehow.com/fax_5919560_resident-care-director-job-description. Indeed.com/q-resident-care-coordinator-jobs.html, resident-care-coordinator-jobs. nursinghomesmagazine.com. AlleghenyCounty.us/jobs/knren.aspx, Job opportunities. Chapter 2. Caregiving Career 2. Home aid job websites. NACI.org, National Association for Home Care. bls.gov/ooh/healthcare/home-health-aids.htm. 4jobs.com/job.asp?ID=9483302, social worker, healthcare, and medical jobs. 4nyfinancialjobs.com/career-search/career-search-social-worker.html. acehealth.com/healthcarejobs.html. activeassistance.com, employment agency for. afscme.org/workers/7000.cfm. allhealthcarejobs.com. Buyada.com. careers-guide.com/job-choices/care-worker.htm. oodle.com/job/domestic_help/ bls.gov/oco/ocos173.htm, personal and home care aids. brentlindsay.com/health-care/health-care-worker.html. care.com, a service matching people with adult or child care providers and pet sitters. care.com, a service matching people with adult or child care providers and pet sitters. careervoyages.gov/healthcare-homehealth.cfm. citytowninfo.com/employment/personal-care-workers. claritycare.org/employment/personal-ca-reworker pcw.htm, Green Bay, WI. communityhealthcares.com/careers.htm. dhfs.wisconsin.gov/medicaid2/handbooks/personal-care/general/general16.htm. directcareclearinghouse.org. directcareclearinghouse.org, worker-owned home care cooperatives. diversitywworld.com/disability/newsletter.htm. elderoptionsofttexas.com/article_home_care-workers.htm. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/personal_support_worker. expatriateshomeworkersexpats.com. fidelityhealthcare.org. gonannies.com. health.depotfitness.com/care-career-health. healthcare.degraenline.org. healthcare.monster.com/articles/homecare. healthcare.monster.com/articles/home-health-FAQ. healthcareweb.com. healthcarehiring.com. healthcarejob.jopening.net.ru. healthcarejobs.org. healthcarejobs.org/homecare.htm. healthcare-job-salary.gmms.us. healthcarerecruitment.com. homecarecareers.com. homecareworld.com. homewatchcaregivers.com, franchise company. horizonhomecareandhospice.com/services/index.asp. jobvolume.com/q-personal-support-worker-jobs.html. kaiserpermanentejobs.org. lakelandhealth.org/online career kit, 800-968-0115. limestone.on.ca/careers/interview/hcarcpa.hdm links2care.com livinginnovations.org/html/opportunities_intro.html livinginnovations.org/html/services/services_pcsb_program.html lovingcareagency.com, Loving Care Agency. managed.care.specialist.jobs.com manushomecare.com/respite.html maximnurses.com/jobs/homecare/search mcoeweb.marin.k12.ca.us/rop/personal_home_care_worker.htm medhunters.com/nursing-jobs/personal-support-worker medicaljobstoday.com medicalworkers.com munitios.org/local/os107/posting_area/pc workers/personal-ca-reworker-listing.html nslpn.com/senior-care-jobs nurseryjobsonly.com nwhealthcare.ca/career, North Wellington Healthcare Home Ontario Global Healthcare Agency.com opti-mum.com/senior-caregiver-registration.cgi homecareindustryjobs.com pcdi.edu, take courses perfectca.com/detail_47732/personal-care-worker-w-patient.htm, Milwaukee, WI prohealthcare.org, Waukesha respitematch.com, find a home health aide or agency or caregiver job retirementhomes.com/jobs rewardingwork.org rjfhealthcare.com/index.php?id=12 robetech.com offers diploma and certificate programs in healthcare technologies, including personal support worker, physiotherapy assistant, ECG technician and related disciplines. SCAccess.com, SC Personal Care Worker Listing. SEIU503.org/care/default.aspx. seuhealthcareisland.org/nursing_homes/default.aspx, Illinois. seniorcarejobs.org. simplyhired.com, personal care jobs. sittercity.com. sitters.com. thiekeryguide.com, find retirement and nursing homes, home care and other seniors services. therapistoccupation.com/homehealthca reemployment Arizona. totalcommunitycare.org/personal-ca-reworker.html trade-school-health-care-schools-directory.asp trainee and experienced live-in personal care assistants to work with younger physically disabled people living at home. trios.com, Trios College, Personal Support Worker 24-week Diploma Program. vipnannyagency.com. witc.edu/certificate/personal-ca-reworker, personal care worker certificate offered at WITC, Wisconsin. witc.wi.us/certificate/personal-ca-reworker, personal care worker certificate offered. worksmart.ca.gov/h_home_health_care.html wowusa.com. Council for Standards in Human Service Education. Harrisburg Area Community College. Human Services Program. 1 HACC Drive. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17110-2999. cshse.org. Caregiver job websites. 1. Caregiver.com. Caregiverhr.com. Caregiverjobs.ca. Caregiverjobs.org. caregiver-jobs.org. Caregiverjobsct.com. Caregiverjobsite.com. caregiver-needed.com. caregivers4hire.com. caregivershomecare.com. caregiversllc.com. carejobinfo.com. homeequerylocators.com. homewatchcaregivers.com. mycaregiverjob.com. mckenajobs.com. thecaringspace.com. thoughtful-caregiver.com. webcareconnection.com. workcaregiver.com. aging.chwnet.gov/html/jobs/career_opportunities.html. aging.state.ca.us. answers.com/topic/eldercare. benefito.com/outlook-eldercare.php. care4elders.com, magazine. careerbuilder.com/jobseeker/companies/company details.aspx, look for American Eldercare Inc. caregiver.ukatayan.org. eldercareadvisors.com/elder-care-network.html. eldercareinteriors.net. eldercarejobs.com. eldarcaresolutionsinc.com/career.asp. emaxhealth.com/38. finance.monster.com/articles/eldercare-cpa/eldercare-accountant. freedomeldercare.com/home_health_rn_job.html. ghv.com. grensboro-nc.gov/departments/libraries/online resources/spec needs/weblinks/eldercare.htm. hhnmag.com, Hospitals and Health Networks Magazine. /company profiles /a/American Eldercare Inc. jobs_51984. Caregiver job websites 2. loretto-cny.org/index.cfm ?page ID =65. secretcareers.com/listing.php ?jobid=884. snagajob.com. ujcnj.org, ujfmetrowest.org/career_home.html, United Jewish Communities of Metro West New Jersey. windmoor-healthcare.com/career2.shtml. caregivercareers.net. emerituscareers.com, assisted living jobs, emeritus senior living. anyworkanywhere.com/croftfield.html. assistedlivingjobs.com. assistedseniourliving.net/ba/senior care jobs. athomeindependent-living.com/employment. avamere.com/senior-careers/current-job-openings. calsoniorcare.com. campusrn.com/hospital/492/SEER90_senior_care_jobs.html. care.com. care.com/senior-care-jobs. careerbuilder.com. careerbuilder.com/jobs/keyword/caregiver. careerjet.com/assisted-living-jobs/washington-398.html. careerjet.com/caregiver-jobs/michigan-386.html. careers.targetwoman.com/caregiver-job.html. careersinaging.com. caregiverlist.com. caregiverlist.com/caregivingjobs.aspx. caregiverlist.com/certified-nurse-aid-jobs.aspx. caregiverlist.com/florida/senior-care-jobs.aspx. caregiversneeded.org. carehome.co.uk/jobs. carepathways.com. carepathways.com/employ-openings.cfm. chicagolandcaregivers.com/employment.html. communitycares.com. caregiver job websites 3. ehow.com/fax_5703311_duties-caregiver-assisted-living-homes_.html. ehow.com/fax_59459446_job-description-assisted-living-staff.html. eldercare.com. eldercare.com/assisted-living. eldercareteam.com. elizajennings.careerboard.com. emeritus.com/employment. emerituscareers.com. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/home_instead_senior_care. greatopair.com/senior_caregiver. healthcarehiring.com/adult-day-care-centers. homecarecareers.com. homeinstead.com/caregiver. homeinstead.com/caregiver/careers/pages/job_market.aspx. homeinstead.com/caregiver/pages/become-a-caregiver.aspx. indeed.com/q-assisted-living-jobs.html. indeed.com/q-caregiver-personal-care-worker-jobs.html. indeed.com/q-certified-assisted-living-caregiver-jobs.html. jobomatic.com/jobs/find-jobs/q-caregiver. jobprofiles.org/heelderlycaregiver.htm. carepathways.com, long-term care, home care, assisted living, nursing homes. jobs.com. jobs.monster.com/v-healthcare-q-caregiver-jobs.aspx. jobs.oodle.com/care_giver/careers/domestic-help-child-adult-care-jobs. jobs.seniorcarejobs.org. jobs2careers.com. jobsearch.direct.gov.uk. jobsinltc.com. livehome.com, home senior care services. longtermcarelocators.com. marquishomecare.com, marqueecompanies.com, licensed home care for elderly. medicalworkerjobs.com. medicalworkerjobs.com/caregiversupport.html. miracleworkers.com/jobs/keyword/caregiver. nslpn.com/senior-care-jobs. nslpn.com/senior-care-jobs/cm/candidate/search_jobs. nursinghomes.com/assistedliving.aspx. nursing-rehab-jobs.com. oka.com/workforce_center/rewarding_career_paths.htm, career paths available in long-term care communities. payscale.jobs/find-jobs/q-caregiver/l-dallas, +tx. pcc.edu/programs/gerontology/activity-assistant.html. retirementcommunity.com/jobs/senior-jobs.php. retirementhomes.com/jobs. retirement-living-job-board/view/caregiver-6. sdslane.org/inhomers.html, senior and disabled services, SNDS, in-home care resources. seniorcarejobs.org. seniorhomes.com/p/senior-living-jobs. seniorhousingjobs.com. seniorlivingcareers.alpha.org. seniorlivingsource.org/senior-care-jobs. silverscensus.com/senior-care-services/caregiving-jobs-employment-opportunities. caregiver job websites for simplyhired.com/jobs/list/c-home instead senior care. simplyhired.com/jobs/list/q-assisted+living+administrator. simplyhired.com/jobs/list/caregiver+assisted+living. simplyhired.com/jobs/list/q-senior+care+caregiver. snagajob.com/employers/home_instead_jobs.html. snagajob.com/job-search/q-sales+caregiver+medical+office+assistant. snagajob.com/job-search/w-pa/q-healthcare+caregiver. sunriseseniorliving.com/corporate-info/careers-with-sunrise.aspx. sunrise-senior-living.jobs.net. theinfocenter.info/seniors/cms.php. nationalhomecarenetwork.com. trustworthycare.com/careers. workcaregiver.com/caregiver-in-uk/care-assistant-jobs. Chapter 3. Caregiving Career 3. Use the National Association for Home Care and Hospice to find home care companies in the U.S. agencylocator.nasa.org. Assisted Living Industry Associations and websites. guides.library.cornell.edu/assistedliving/web. guides.library.cornell.edu/assistedliving/companies. seniorshousing.org. American Seniors Housing Association. alpha.org/alpha/about_alpha.asp. Assisted Living Foundation of America. seniorhomes.com. assisted-living-directory.com. assistedlivingsource.com. aukencal.org/ncal/pages/index.aspx. National Center for Assisted Living. caregiver.org/caregiver/jsp/home.jsp. Family Caregiver Alliance. aarp.org/research. American Association of Retired Persons. nlm.nih.gov/medlineplus/assistedliving.html. Medline Plus, Assisted Living.